miners, Mining King here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the network setup I plan to do in the future. But before we get into that, here's a word from our sponsor.
Fluxpools.net would like to announce a new weekly lottery for loyal miners that support their project. As you might already know, Fluxpools is operated by the people from the Flux team as they want to provide a safe and transparent mining experience. While the Flux project does not take directly from the pool, they do give a portion of the fees back to the Flux project because they understand that both the project and the miners are what makes this pool possible. Flux Pools has given away nearly 5,000 Flux a month back to miners. The new Flux lottery gives 5 lucky winners $50 each in Flux each week when you have a 95% uptime on your rig. There will also be a bi-weekly winner who maintains 99.5% uptime. That winner will receive 1.7 kilosouls of hash rate for 48 hours to their wallet. Flux Pools has also announced a 0% mining fee and 1% parallel asset fee forever. This on top of the weekly loyalty program. You can also earn up to 3 Flux per week. That giveaway prize will be sent directly to the mining address and nowhere else. Furthermore, Fluxpools.net has just launched a Neoxa pool with a miner loyalty program where you can earn up to 1,000 Neoxa for up to 1 gigahash each week with 0% mining fee for the first 30 days. Please do not mine directly to an exchange as your rewards may be lost as a result. Come see why Fluxpools.net is a great place to mine.
So this is where the Red Devil rack used to be with the 6 Red Devils and the Doge miner up here. I took it out and moved it over to the guest bedroom because I plan on having my server rack right here. So I'll probably have to run some 240, maybe, I'm not sure yet. I could do 120 right now, but depending on how many servers I get, I may have to add 240. But this is some of the network supplies. Now, I'm not doing this project today. This is going to be something that I'm doing in the future. And sorry about the echo, we're in my laundry room. You got some Cat 6 cable here with the copper core. This is pretty good stuff. So I got 250 feet to start with because I just didn't want to buy too much. So if this spool of 250, which I think I probably will run out, if I do, I'll just order another 250 feet. We have 2 different styles of RJ45 plugs. These are what are called pass-through, and I'll show you here what that means. On these pass-through plugs, the actual wires will pass through the plug. So there's little holes right here at the end. So when you're doing your Cat 6 right here, it will the wires will come out, which make it really easy to wire these up. Now, if you get the regular standard plugs, and these are essentially non-pass-through, right? They're just regular Cat 6 RJ45 plugs. You have to hold the wires together very carefully, and then you have to put them in so that they all butt up against this. So a little more difficult. I would say from an ease standpoint, I would recommend to use these pass-through plugs. And I got most of the stuff from Cable Matters. It's like an Amazon store place. Not too expensive. We also have some Cat 6 RJ45 keystones. So let you guys know, keystone is, just a fancy word, for the unit that you're actually plugging into. So sort of like the receptacle. So this is what goes into the wall outlets, and also my patch panel uses keystones. So I bought some keystones. These are all Cat 6 keystones. This is just a handy tool for when you're punching down, which I'll go over here in a minute. This particular piece I just got yesterday. This is made by Klein Tools, and it is a glow rod set. So as you see, this actually glows in the dark, and it's useful because you fish your cables with it, and as you're fishing your cables, through, let's say there's I made a hole here for an outlet, and you're fishing it up. When it gets to the attic, you're gonna see it because it glows in the dark. So this is a really nice tool I think that's going to come in handy. Some other tools that you are going to need is going to be this tool right here, which is for RJ45 and RJ11. It cuts it, so it strips it, as well as it has the diagram and crimping tool, right, all in one. So you cut it, strip it, and crimp all in one. This is made by Klein Tools. Another thing you're going to need is a punch down tool. So this is a Klein Tools. I know Klein makes really good electrical tools, so I went with them. So this is the punch down tool, and essentially when you're punching down, which is going to be with these keystones right here. So in these grooves right here, this is where you put the wires in, but you have to use this tool with the sharp edge pointing to the outside edge. You actually, so you actually have to press very hard to get this to actually engage. So this tool here is you could put a keystone inside this, so you're not like actually holding the keystone with your hand and dig into your hand. I've done that before. It hurts, just to let you know. Another useful tool, which I'm going to try to get I don't know if Klein makes one of these, but if they do, I'm going to get one. This is a RJ45 and RJ11 cable tester. So you put one end in, and then you put the other end in, and then it'll test the cable and the signal and let you know throughout here if your signal's good. So this is a cable tester to let you know whether or not you followed the diagram here correctly. Because if you didn't, you will not get a signal and you will not get any Ethernet, or internet. So that's pretty much my plan is I want the server rack here, and they make these wall plates, as you want to call them, that have like little brushes on them, and it'll let it's probably by like an inch wide by like maybe 3 inches tall, 4 inches tall maybe, and it could let like quite a few cables through. I was thinking about getting one of those like network boxes, but I don't really need that, as all my networking is going to be in my rack. So really I only need just to let the cables come out of the wall. My plan is to have everything hardlined in the house. So I need to run one for my wife's computer, my 2 or 3 computers I have, plus my laptop, and all the mining rigs in the guest room and the garage, and then to both my kids' room, and maybe a couple other ones. So I have quite a bit that I need to run. I am going to be going with Draytech instead of Ubiquiti. I'm going to Draytech for my router and switch. So stay tuned for that. They are a UK based company. My friend from on the other side of the pond, Mr. Yeti, he informed me about them. So thank you, Yeti. I look forward to actually working with this networking stuff, because their interface looks really easy to use, and really it has a lot of great tools. So stay tuned. Be taking this project on after I get back from the facility and doing all that stuff, with Hawk. So this will be something later down the road, but I'm just showing you guys what I have planned in the future and some of the equipment I'm using, I guess. So this is the Monikin giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.